Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to link an external JS file for your jQuery. Okay, so here you can see that we will use the same example that we used previously. I don't think I would need this one. So here is the general HTML file that we have, and we have our scripts, the external script file here that we are using for jQuery, and we have the script src is jQuery1.js. So this is the file that where we will put our jQuery elements or jQuery script over there, and without script tags, and we will provide the path of that jQuery as a link to this HTML file. Now we will try to run, and we will see how it works now. So here is the HTML file that came up, and you can see that the jQuery is working fine. And if I click on it, it's going away. If I press a refresh, we have it on. And on mouse hover, you can see that it's turning green. And if I click on it, it's going away. So that's how the jQuery is working. Okay, even though this is an external file of JavaScript wherein we put the jQuery link. Okay, so that's how you do it. And yeah, one more thing, if you face an issue, like it says that while you are trying to uh, launch this, it adds a launch settings.json file. In that case, you have to see, suppose you see it's adding a launch .json file if I do the start debugging. Okay, so in that case, what you do is you have to go to your extensions and install this one, live server. Okay, Ritwik Day, that's a live server. You have to install this one, and once you install this one, you go back to your application and right click on the file and open with live server. Right click on it and open with live server. Okay, so that will give you an IP address and the file name .html. So currently I'm using the index.html, that's why it's giving me let's say we will change this name. We will rename this to, say, normally my page1.html. That's my concept. Okay, so we will try to launch this one. See, if I do just to start debug, it will open the file, but you will get something as like file not found error. Okay, so it goes to this localhost 8080, which is mentioned in the in the URL section. By default, this is created. Okay, this launch.json is created by default if you try to do the start debugging, and you have an external JS file linking to it. So you will have this file by default. So in that case, if you still want to run the program, the best thing is to install the live server thing and then add the live server, and then right click on this HTML page, and you see this open with live server will be available in the context menu. Okay, otherwise if you try to run it any other way, you will get an error. Okay, so that will not work. So this is the way that it works. However, you can still avoid that. um, you have to remove this one, the launch date .json. You have to remove that, and then you can try to run without debugging. So that will bring up the path of the HTML file here, and by that way you can also run. This one comes up when you hit the run with debugging option. Okay, so I told you the alternate solution for running with debugging, and because it needs a live server, that's why we use the live server. However, if you don't need that, so this is the workaround. You have to remove that launch.json file, and you can still work around. What happened? Edit wrap or view wrap. Okay, so that was it. I showed you how we are using the external JS file, even though we have the jQuery commands, jQuery scripts in there, and we have this HTML file here, and we linked the jQuery.js file here, and we linked the CDN, jQuery CDN here, and still we have this file well and good to go. Okay, guys, this much for this one. We will have other things in the next tutorial. Thank you.